Hello, and welcome to this presentation on the top 10 features in academic writing. Just before I begin, there is a worksheet to download that accompanies this video, so pause the slide and download the sheet from the description below. So, let's begin with the basic definition of what is academic writing. Academic writing is a particular writing style that is seen in academic papers and students' assignments. It includes certain textual and grammatical features. It contains a logical structure, and it involves using a more formal register than everyday communication. It's impossible to cover all aspects of academic writing in this video today. Therefore, we have selected what we think are the most helpful. This video will look at these 10. Number 1, features and language to avoid. Number 2, the passive voice. Number 3, hedging or cautious tentative language. Number 4, the academic word list. Number 5, noun phrases. Number 6, complex sentence structure. Number 7, cause and effect. Number 8, parallelism. Number 9, coherence. And number 10, cohesion. Now, just before we begin, the video content will be a presentation of a table of information, then a task to do, and then the answers. So, let's start with number 1, features and language to avoid. This table shows 8 areas to avoid in academic writing. The column at the top shows what to avoid, examples, and alternatives. So, pause the slide and read through this information. Okay, now let's look at the practice task. Look at these 4 sentences and identify the informal language and then rewrite each one. Pause the slide and do the activity. Here are the answers. Pause and check. Now on to number 2, passive voice. The passive voice is used when we wish to focus on the action or the receiver of the action rather than the doer of the action. Although we can use the passive with most tenses, the 5 most common ones for academic writing are introduced here. Compare the use of active and passive voice, paying particular attention to the verb forms. The table shows the tense, an active sentence, and a transformed passive sentence. So pause the slide and read through this information. Okay, now let's look at the practice task. Rewrite these 5 active sentences into the passive voice. Pause the slide and do the activity. Here are the answers. Pause and check. Number 3, hedging. Hedging, sometimes called cautious or tentative language, is used to make ideas less absolute, less direct, or less certain. We can use the following language to indicate this. The table shows the language area and the types of language that can be used. Pause the slide and read through this information. Now let's look at the practice task. Look at these 4 sentences, identify the errors and rewrite them. Pause the slide and do the activity. Here are the answers. Pause and check. Number 4, the academic word list, or AWL. The AWL is a set of 570 word families that appear frequently in academic texts. The 570 words are divided into 10 sublists, with the most frequent words appearing in sublist 1 and the less frequent words in sublist 10. Note that general, technical, and subject-specific vocabulary are not contained in this list. Here is an example of the sublists. Pause the slide and look at what the lists consist of. Now, let's look at the practice task. These words are from sublist 2. Select the best option for each of the following sentences. Pause the slide and do the activity. Here are the answers. Pause and check. Number 5 is noun phrases. One way to make your writing more concise is by using noun phrases. There are two types: pre-modifying words that describe the noun and post-modifying words that connect your noun to the consequent idea. The table shows the pre- and post-modifying words and examples. Pause the slide and read through this information. Now, let's look at the practice task. Rewrite the following 6 sentences on water-related disasters so that the articles are accurate. Pause the slide and do the activity. Here are the answers. Pause and check. Number 6 is complex sentence structure. A complex sentence is an independent clause connected to one or more dependent clauses using a subordinating conjunction, such as before or although, or a relative pronoun, such as who or which. The table shows the type of clause, the function, and the linking word used. Pause the slide and read through this information. Now let's look at the practice task. Look at these 4 activities and combine the 2 clauses to make one sentence using a subordinating conjunction. Pause the slide and do the activity. Here are the answers. Pause and check. Number 7 is cause and effect. Cause and effect is a relationship between events or things where one is the result of the other or others. This is a combination of action and reaction. Something happens, a cause that leads to an effect. This table shows the cause, the language, which is the verbs, and the effect. Pause the slide and read through this information. Also, cause and effect can happen in between sentences like this. Here we have the cause, the language, in this case a connector, and then the effect. Again, pause the slide and read through this information. Now let's look at the practice task. Select the correct cause/effect language in the following sentences about digitalization. Pause the slide and do the activity. Here are the answers. Pause and check. Number 8 is parallelism. Parallelism is a similarity of grammatical form to similar elements of meaning within a sentence or among sentences. When pairing ideas, underscore their connection by expressing them in a similar grammatical form. Here you can see how to connect ideas with a coordinating conjunction, or with a pair of correlative conjunctions, or with a word introducing a comparison. This table shows 3 different language areas: verb forms, gerunds, and adverbs. It also includes what not to do, the no, and what to do, the yes. Pause the slide and read through this information. Now let's look at the practice task. Read the following sentences about sustainable cities and highlight the parallel structures in red. Pause the slide and do the activity. Here are the answers. Pause and check. Number 9 is coherence. Coherence refers to the way that ideas flow within a piece of writing to achieve overall unity. A coherent passage is well organized, is easy to follow, and guides the reader's understanding. Good coherence is achieved at micro and macro levels. The table is divided into sentence level, micro, and paragraph level, macro. It provides an explanation and an example. Pause the slide and read through this information. Now let's look at the practice task. Identify given and new pattern in the following paragraph. Highlight the given information in green and the new information in purple. Pause the slide and do the activity. Here are the answers. Pause and check. Okay, lastly, number 10 is cohesion. Cohesion refers to the way in which ideas are connected in a text. This can be done in 4 ways. In the table, there are 4 areas with an explanation and an example. Pause the slide and read through this information. Now, let's look at the practice task. Complete the gaps in the following sentences about ocean energy with a transition word from the box. Pause the slide and do the activity. Here are the answers. Pause and check. Okay, that's the end of the video presentation. If you'd like more practice activities, then I suggest you buy our academic writing booklet or single lessons that accompany this video. Go here. Of course, if you'd like more information on any area of academic writing, then please go here. Like always, thank you for listening to this video today, and I hope it was helpful. Until next time, goodbye.